Today we'll learn about ETS framework. ETS stands for Error Trend Seasonality, and it allows us to automatically choose a model that best fits as a time series with combinations of level, trend and seasonality. ETS is useful when your data may have trend, may have seasonality, and you want the model to learn which combination works best. And it's a general state space model that include SES, Holt-Winters, and more as special cases. ETS models are specified by error type, trend type, and seasonality type. These components can be additive or multiplicative based on your data pattern. Now let's import the data set. First, I'm going to import pandas as PD, and then I will make a variable df. I will call this PD read CSV, and then I will pass the daily coffee sales CSV file here. Parse date is equal to true, and I will pass the date column, which is date, and then day first is equal to true. Now let us execute the code. So this is the data frame. We have this date and sales column. Sales is the coffee sales that we want to forecast. What would be the coffee sale for the next 7 days we will be forecasting. And we also have to convert this date, or we have to set this date as index. So let's do that. Df dot set index, and then the column name is date here. In place is equal to true. Now df dot index, so date time index we have now. Frequency is done. We also have to set the frequency. This is the daily data, so I will write here df dot set frequency, df dot as frequency, and this will be d. So it depends whether your data is daily, monthly or weekly, and you can accordingly set the frequency. Now let's visualize the data. To have a look at it, import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt, and then df of, okay, I have made a mistake, matplotlib, yeah, df of sales, df of sales. I will copy this for future reference. Dot plot, and then title is equal to daily coffee sales, and then figure size is equal to 10 by 4. And here in the output you will see this is the daily coffee sales data that we have been using for all the tutorials. So there is some trend and seasonality in the data set, we can see. Now let's fit the ETS model, and for that I will import the class from stats models dot tsa dot exponential smoothing import no dot ets import ets model. Now let me make the model object, and I'll explain you all the parameters as well. So I will write here ets underscore model. I will call this class ets model, and then I will pass the parameter. The first parameter is the sales that I've already copied. The second one is error, and this we will take add, that is additive error. The second one is trend. This is also going to be additive trend we are taking. Then seasonal. This is also going to be add, that is additive seasonality. Then seasonal period is equal to 7, that is weekly cycle, and initialized method is equal to estimated. Now let's fit this. So I will make a variable ets underscore result, and then I will call this ETS model dot fit. Let me scroll down, and I will print the summary of it. Print ETS result dot summary. So this is the model summary. We have these different parameters here. You can see the smoothing level, initialize method, and all. Here we create the ETS model, and let it automatically estimate the best parameters for the level, trend, and seasonality. That's why here we have not passed that parameter optimize is equal to false here in this. So it will do the selection automatically, and the parameters we set manually are, so these are the parameters that we are setting manually, and the automatic parameter selection for the level, trend, and seasonality is done by optimize is equal to false, which it has done inside already. Now let's do the forecasting because we have already fit our model. So for forecast, I want to forecast for the next 7 days. I will make a variable forecast underscore steps is equal to 7, and then I will store the result in the variable forecast. So I will call this ETS underscore result dot forecast, and then steps is equal to forecast steps. And here you can see in the output, these are the forecasted coffee sales for the next 7 days starting from the 31st of December. And you can see that the sale is sometimes increasing, sometimes even decreasing. Here from 143 it is coming to 140, and from 140 it is going to 141. So we see that there is some trend of upward and downward as well. And we can also plot this, or we can also do the evaluation. So let's plot. I will write here plt dot figure, then fixed size is equal to 10 by 4, and then plt dot plot. So df of sales label is equal to actual sales, and then plt dot plot, then forecast dot index, forecast dot values, and then label is equal to forecasted values, and color is equal to, let's say, red. Then plt dot legend, and then plt dot title. So sales forecast using ETS model, and let us execute our code. So this is the actual versus forecasted value. The blue one is the actual sales, and these are the forecasted one. So it's going sometimes up and sometimes down. And we can also do the evaluation using mean absolute error and root mean square error. For that, I will import from sklearn dot metrics import mean absolute error and then mean squared error. Also import numpy as np, and then I will make two variables, train and test. Train is equal to df of sales, and then all the values except last one of this forecast steps, and then for test also we will have same the last value of this forecast steps from the last value onwards, and then I will do the forecast of this test and save it in a variable test forecast. So I will call this ETS dot result and then forecast, and then I will do pass this steps is equal to length of test here. And now let's calculate MAE and RMSE. For MAE I will call mean absolute error, and then I will pass this test, and test forecast, and let me print MAE. So it is 7.64. And so MAE tells us the average absolute error in sales unit. And now let's calculate RMSE. So I will call NP dot square root and then mean squared error, again test and test forecast, and let me print RMSE now. So it is 9.87, and RMSE penalizes large errors more strongly. So it's good for checking whether the large errors occurred. Now, why we should use ETS over individual model? ETS unifies models like SES, Holt-Winters, and others model under one roof. By specifying error, trend, and seasonal component, ETS covers all combinations and the model estimates optimal values as part of the fitting process. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like my video, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.